I'm good, thank you. Thank you.
Oh well, that's a rip. Apparently I can't stream on YouTube yet because apparently I have to be verified for like a day first. Oh well. Well,
Oh,
guess it's
wow.
just on Twitch.
And Rem, what were you saying about the dice again?
Right, so inside Roll20, there's a little chat box in the bottom right. To make a dice roll, you type /r space, and then it'll be whatever dice you're using, like 1d6, so you would do a 1, a d, and a 6. And then you can add any modifiers as well by just adding plus or minus, plus or minus whatever it says, so like you /r space 1d6 plus 3, for example.
Yeah, I'm using an iPad and I don't have that capability.
Oh, you
Doesn't
can't
give me that.
type on it?
It just has little slots and things like advanced roll. It just says roll and then the D.
Oh, try rolling. We'll see how well that works.
It also tells you in the green box thing on the right when it says "Welcome to Roll20." You did
Oh,
it.
there we go.
Yeah, so if you just use that one.
Oh,
Now I
okay,
get a
see.
20, of course.
Yeah, I was in the wrong thing. I guess the thing you guys are talking about is on the right. It just wasn't open.
All right.
Bear with me, you guys. This is my first time ever playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, basically same, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good group to give it a try with, I think.
Okay. Awesome.
So are we waiting for anybody, or are we good?
We're good? I'm just gonna get some water myself.
How dare you get some water? How rude. Can you believe
Hydration
this
is the
guy?
devil.
Right? In this game, maybe we will die, but he'll die in real life if he doesn't drink that water. Wait. Damn it.
I'm sorry if you can hear my eating sounds. I got home at 6:45, so I haven't had a chance to eat.
Just munch it really close to the mic because I just want to hear every bite that you take. That's a joke. Please don't do that. That's a total joke.
Too late.
Damn it. What if you had
I'm
like
like Drax,
chips?
I don't understand sarcasm.
Oh man, I wish I could be Rocket in that scenario.
Nothing goes over my head. I'm too quick. I can catch it.
You do that pretty well.
Moving so slow that I become sure. I'm excited. I haven't played this game since I last played with Rem, I think over 10 years ago.
Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah. And then I'm doing a battle royale on Saturday with my coworkers where everybody's a level 20.
D&D Battle Royale?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. I've never heard
It's
of
gotta
that
be
before.
pretty epic.
No. You gotta say, it's lit, fam. You know?
It's lit, man.
Sus is gonna kill me. I could just imagine him muting his mic and just be like, this fucking idiot, oh my god. Why'd I invite him?
Okay, does everybody have their languages sorted out?
I
Oh,
speak
what?
English. I mean,
Your language is known for your character.
yeah, I think.
Let's find out.
Well, everybody
Let me
gets
hear that. You hit that old note card. Oops, I hit there. Let's see, where the hell is languages known?
I think it's under tool
Four?
proficiencies, miscellaneous proficiencies, things like that.
Other proficiencies in language. Oops. I hate it when I do that.
Common and infernal.
Gosh darn
Okay.
it. That's not what I mean.
Anybody else have any thing besides common?
Let me check Cheesy's.
Probs, but I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Proficiency?
Yeah. Oh, this is in general. You need to go here to your character.
Oh, that's what I did.
Gosh darn it. I hate it when I do that. I swear I'm not trying to do that.
Core. There we go.
Stop spamming me. Ah.
I'm not trying to.
You know, common and
Okay. So Common, Draconic, Druid, and Elvish are my languages.
Druid and Elvish. Interesting. Okay.
I guess my character's a know-it-all.
Yeah, something like that. Alright. So, common is a Storin, if anybody wants to make a note of that.
Yeah, I remember that from the campaign notes.
As do I.
Now let me see what the other ones would be. So if you speak Elvish, you are from Vinheim. So you also speak Vind. So instead of Elvish, it's Vin.
Vin.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
V-I-N-D.
V-I-N-E, is that what you said?
V-I-N-D.
N-D, Vin.
I
Okay.
wrote it down for you, honey. Now, if this is anything like Dark Souls, we're gonna get really frustrated real quick.
That's what I've heard. I mean, isn't the title of this that we will die or something like that?
Prepare to die.
Yeah. Alright, so Druidic would be demonic instead.
You speak demonic. How dare you? That is just rude.
Or actually, I'll let you have your pick between that and Soul, which is the language of the gods.
Ooh.
Druid would be demonic, you said?
Demonic or soul.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
either demonic or like the language of the gods, one or the other.
So you choose.
Okay, demonic sounds good.
Okay.
Let's see.
Can everybody roll me a D100?
Wow.
sure try.
What was that?
That's my boyfriend.
I can try!
I can sure try.
Okay.
Oh, can you?
Alright, and if you would like to hear the sound of a dying cat, there you go.
No.
That sucks.
Man, I did not roll well.
Okay, so I'm already rolled, correct, Matt?
No, we did a test. You rolled a D8. You need to select the D100
Okay.
and roll again.
So what this is for is there's a fun
Mother-
little thing called the trinket that everybody gets one of. If you already did
Mm.
it, ignore it. But if not,
Oh.
the trinket it doesn't do anything. It's more of a conversation starter or like a bit of extra fluff.
Ooh, that roll
I'm pretty
though.
sure Cheesy and I both have that already in our characters.
I got an 85.
I'm fucking tapping my screen with my finger like it's an iPad and wondering why it's not working.
Were you saying you guys already rolled for trinket?
Yes.
Well, I think when you did the summary in the campaign, it said, okay, pick something. If that's what you're talking about, then I'm pretty sure we already did that.
Nah, this is a weird little item.
Oh, this is new? Okay. Then, yeah, we
I
both
think it
need to
is.
drink
I think it is. I think it's not included.
Perhaps from a dragon.
What a handy book.
What is a book? It's something that holds information.
Not,
Not this one.
So, just copy down what goes with your number there, and you have it in your inventory.
Okay. 7 missing pages. Nice.
Where's my freaking equipment? There it is.
With an M marking on the handle. Engraved upon the handle. My apologies.
Okay. So, and you can either add that to your equipment now, or I can make a note of it and we can add it later.
I'm trying to see where that is.
Oh, do you want the keyboard for that thing?
What?
Remember I have that keyboard case?
She's on a computer.
You want
Doesn't have a keyboard. Very handy.
that? She's
I'm
on
on
an
an
iPad.
Oh, damn.
But I do have a case that has a keyboard. I forgot about that. Do you want? Oh wait, is it work?
It's at work.
Get wrecked.
Fool you!
So where do I write this that I have a diary?
Here, I'll come show you.
Anywhere in your inventory.
Rem,
Your
I have a question,
Equipment.
and I need to go to private. Go to private, Rem.
Yeah, Ren. Go to private.
Take it.
Yo, should we just crash the private? Just leave. It's so BM.
Did I just hear BM?
Of course, I'm a gamer, dude.
All I can think about is going poop now.
God damn it, you're like the second one who does that. Just like bowel movement. I say BM and they're like, oh, hey, you're talking about bowel movement.
What does it mean in gamer lingo? Because I don't know that one.
It's bad manners.
Mm.
So, like, do you know what League of Legends
Rampant
is?
fuchsia tree.
In League of Legends, one of my buddies, he was always like, if there's a choice of either ending the game or getting the dragon, we do the dragon. We just BM. And no, he doesn't mean go to the bathroom. You're like, oh, that was my favorite part.
Out of the game.
Yes, because there's a game that's just like, you know what? We're not going to have you do anything in-game. We're just have you going to poop in real life. Because, you know.
Yeah, drop the deuce too.
Is that the name of the game? Drop a deuce too.
Yeah. Main character, shark, makes poopy face.
The Revenge of the BM.
Okay, so everybody got that trinket written in?
Yep.
Sir, yes,
Well,
sir?
we do.
Right on. And did everyone choose a starting gift from,
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Nah, no.
Starting gift?
That's an addition. Yeah, if you look
Yeah.
on the main page for Souls, this is something unique to the Souls campaign. You get a starting gift.
That should be the last item before you're done.
I don't think I got that.
There's a link.
Tiny beans
in the
ring.
thread.
Give me a second. Oh.
Okay. So is Vincent not here, or have I just not heard him speak?
Vincent is Bard, the guy you've been talking to about poops.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So then suspicious, I suppose.
Suspicious is here.
Sus is Mike.
He's Mike.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm muting my mic here and there because I'm still doing my character sheet. Deal with it.
Does your character have?
Deal with
Does your
it.
character have a name?
Wait. You got an extra week when Jeezy got sick, and you're still doing your character sheet.
I mean, he's extremely unreliable.
Yeah, trust me, I made fun about him, or made fun to him about this. Yeah, I think that's the correct wording. Alright, I have added the starting gift. Ironic, because it's a tiny being's ring, and I'm, what, 6'5"?
Me.
Everyone takes the tiny bean.
I got alchemist fire.
Oh, look at you.
Barnsey.
I was
Don't be
actually...
afraid to look up what that does. You don't have to ask me.
Don't make my life harder.
Damn.
Is that an actual D&D thing, or did you just add that?
It is.
Actual D&D thing.
Because I was like,
I think
how
it
do
does,
look
like,
up?
burning damage.
Wait, wasn't a quantity of 10?
Yes.
There was.
Because I swear I put that in, but now it's saying that I have 1.
Well, it's just,
Denied.
it's 10.
Bitch, I will change your ass. No, that didn't work.
Alright, well, I'll just keep a note of how many.
Dude.
Yes, if you would like to use paper to supplement this, be my guest.
I
As long as
have
you, at some point, carry
notepad.
the changes over to your sheet so I,
hyper
can see,
paper.
so I can accuse you of cheating more easily.
Yeah, for my HP, I have a 1D100, you know, just...
Oh shit, it came up
Plus
with
90,
Dang.
just in case you roll a 10.
Right?
Hmm.
Okay, one more thing. Roll20 does not have good music anymore. It's
Oh,
all
I've gotten rid of that.
garbage.
Oh, I got
Right,
it.
but I happen to think.
Sloping wiener.
No, I happen to think that music is an important part of the experience. So the workaround I've come up with is I can drop you YouTube links now and then when it's relevant. You guys think you can
Sure.
do that? Cool.
Why not? I mean, we'll all hear it
Sure.
differently, but sure.
It'll be rough.
We
Just
should
don't-
all try to catch the melody and all sing.
No.
At the same time.
It is.
See how awful we
It's
are.
almost 11 where I am, and my sister's going to bed. There's no way in hell I am going to try to do this.
Are you on headphones?
If I start singing, that will carry.
Oh yeah, don't sing, don't sing.
Well, I didn't say you had to belt it.
But you can.
Boy.
You could sing
Whatever
like,
you wanted.
You could sing like Wayne, be like,
Jesus.
God damn it.
oh, she delicate with a flower.
I hope you watch South Park.
Oh, South Park is amazing. Are you kidding me? You want to know what my favorite line is?
What?
Hello, welcome to See Like Me. Take it on, please.
Take our praise.
I think I'm me.
If you order shitty beef and I accidentally give you shitty chicken, don't be mad when I pour shitty shrimp all over your head.
Well, let's give it a try with that link there.
Goddamn Mongolians.
Okay.
Every time the Chinese try to build a wall, you goddamn Mongolians come and break it down.
Also, a really fun one is
Oh yeah, that'll be a little trickier for you, then.
All right, that's really loud.
It's got volume control.
I know. I just wasn't expecting it to be that loud.
Kabang!
There we are.
You know what? I could set up, just turn on the big computer and have Discord open on that too, and we can do it on the big computer.
No, it's fine.
Maybe big computer next time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that because she has to copy from the Roll20 and then go to a different site all on an iPad.
Oof.
I mean, feels bad. I got 3 monitors, so
Yeah.
Good old days.
I mean, I got like 2 of them from my work because they were just like, we're renovating, we don't need these, and I'm like, all mine.
Very nice. At my last job, I had 6 at one point. My new job will only let me have 3 because
How rude.
I used to my desk was like the bench, and I mounted a monitor on the wall for all the spare computers I was imaging. But we stopped imaging, so now I have a 3rd monitor. My boss was like, "Rawr. You need to learn how to use 2 efficiently." Like, fuck you, I'll use 3 efficiently.
Mike, give me a name.
Mike.
Jebediah.
That's Jebediah. So, how do you say your in-game name, Matt?
Uh, it's actually pretty much pronounced commentary.
Oh,
I came up with
Oh,
that name for
jeez.
when I was going to start making YouTube videos of my gameplay and just talk shit the whole time. The
that's.
commentary.
I did not catch that.
I didn't either. I was gonna say commentary.
Yeah, your
Well,
name.
yeah, in
Theory.
this sense, that's how I did it because they
Commentary.
both actually are tiefling names, so it just worked.
I know some of
Nice.
these words.
And actually, common and terai is Icelandic for magical hands.
Oh, sweet.
Something
pretty
like
cool.
that, or hands of death, or something. I don't know. When I first chose it, there was a whole bunch of shit.
Hands of death or skillful hands. You know, one of the two.
One of the two.
Because they're very
Does
similar.
everybody have a pretty good idea of their character in your head? Like what they look like, any kind of mannerisms, bit of personality?
I do.
I do.
Like if I asked you
I
to
don't-
describe them, would you be capable?
Probably.
For the
Good,
most part.
because that will be coming up.
Where the heck do I change my
Foreshadowing!
Mike.
That'll be on bio and info.
Okay,
You
okay.
hit edit. You can also throw a portrait on there. Okay, let me
Oh,
give you
wait,
some
what?
information. Hey, you put a portrait. You have one.
That YouTube video had a link for like listen on Discord.
Yep.
Interesting.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but it says do that. You have to join listen on repeat.
I mean, we're already in a call. I don't know if it's going to work anyway. I don't think you can have 2 channels open at once on Discord.
Okay.
You can't.
You can?
I said you can't. Sorry.
Okay.
No.
All right.
What a weird tease.
Okay. So, let me tell you now about the world as we settle in. So this is Dark Souls. It's a medieval fantasy setting. It's just the world that you're in. It doesn't have a name. People just refer to it as the world. The world is made up of various kingdoms, although most of them are pretty much on the same technological level. However, some of them have a bit more understanding of clockwork, and that would be the bigger kingdoms, namely Astora. Astora is the most advanced kingdom in the land, and one of the most powerful. That's why everybody speaks Astora, because they are a big freaking deal. They're kind of like the America of this world. Anywho, things were as you would expect them. A relative peace, some tense and uneasement between the kingdoms now and then as they squabble over resources and other things. But something terrible happened that has united everyone. It is a plague of the undead that is spreading across the world, and it is not quite understood yet. It's a mystery. Nobody really knows where it came from or why it is or how to even cure it. But they know that their loved ones are inexplicably, after suffering a death or after suffering some kind of catastrophic emotional event, they have become soulless and mindless and hollow inside, and they seek to slay the living that they might absorb their life essence to become more powerful, thus allowing them to slay more of the living. They seem to be pursuing something, but they're not flesh-eating zombies. In fact, they don't seem to eat at all or sleep. They just keep slowly meandering across the land and spreading as they kill more and more people end up joining their ranks as a result of dying. But the undead can be destroyed. They can suffer a final death. It's not clear what triggers this, but something can cause them to be destroyed for good, wherein their bodies just collapse. Normally, an undead that is slain but will be reborn, their body sort of dissipates almost into like water. It's like a shimmering white essence that just disappears. And then they wake up in a place that they have a strong emotional connection. When you first died, you might have woken up at home, or at your lover's home, or at a church, some place that had a great importance to you in your memory. That is where you awoke, and looked upon your new dead form as you saw your reflection, or someone screamed and pointed out at you that you look, well, like a zombie. Your flesh is rotted and falling, your eyes looked dead, and you saw it to be true yourself. However, you know that there is a way to cure this affliction, at least temporarily, to get back your beauty. Maybe it's vanity. Maybe you just don't feel human unless you look at it anymore. Either way, it's a terrible thing to be looking so dead. So, in this decaying world where the undead plague is spreading thanks to this thing known as the curse sign, that is what marks an undead, you see. It's this hole in your body, this black abyss, like it burrows all the way through your flesh. Nobody knows where it comes from, but if you have it, it means you're an undead. So sometimes you'll see a human that has one disguised. It's hidden under his clothing, what have you. But there are people out there looking for them, trying to capture them. There's a reward on these people. Because you see, they're rounded up and they are sent to a great asylum to await the end of the world, or whenever the curse is lifted. Now, you all have found yourself in a similar situation. You've been captured somehow, chained up, and thrown into this prison, this asylum. Some of you've all been there for varying amounts of time. That's more or less up to you. At one point, this place was well maintained, with nurse staff and and priests and things to kind of help put you at ease. Even though you're a threat to everyone else, they know that you're still a person on the inside, perhaps someone they actually knew. And so they lock you up to be safe, both from yourself and other people, until this cure is found, or until the world ends. And that is where we pick up the story today. So you've all died at least once. You've all been caught and brought to this asylum. Maybe you turned yourself in. Maybe you said, I think it's the right thing to do. Either way, here you are. And someone gave you a gift upon your journey. When they found out you were undead, someone you cared about gave you something and looked at you with concern in their eyes and said, may this help you. That is where your gift comes from. And so we pick it up in the asylum where you all await your doom. Now, you should think about how long you've been here. We'll kick things off with Hemura.
Yeah, you said it right.
All right,
So
we
what,
can pause.
what do you want? What do you want?
We can pause the music now. Hemura.
Hmm.
You're in a cell.
All right.
Everybody see that image there?
Yep.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
oh, are you going still, Rev?
One moment, please. I have a question here. No, the D100 is a trinket. I can't remember how to send people a private message. The starting gift is the gift.
Mm-hmm.
So Tiny Being's ring was given to you by someone. You might want to make a note of who that someone is, what their importance is to you.
For me?
For everyone. It was a gift.
Everyone gets
someone...
a tiny being ring?
No, everybody gets a gift from the list,
Okay,
which could be a tiny
just
being's
no. Just
The person who asked me the question took the Tiny Being's ring in this instance.
I did.
oh, you're okay. You're answering a
Yeah.
chat. Okay.
Hamura,
Hmm.
you're in a cell in the asylum. How long have you been here?
Couple of years.
Years. So you saw this place probably back when it was still staffed, when people came to check on you. But it's thinned out significantly since then. There's no one here left, except for the people who come in, throw people in the cells, and then leave again. They don't ask how you are, they ignore any cries you make for help. Have you been sleeping?
Yeah, sure.
Sleeping is one of the things that makes you feel more human. It's hard to tell if how the days pass because even though there is a hole in the roof, normally that's closed. That's sort of a drop point or an airway, but normally it's locked and sealed. So you can't really tell when the days and nights come and go, except for maybe a change in temperature. But sleeping at least is a bit comforting, as it reminds you of the life that you used to have before you became dead and disgusting. Now, you don't have food, but there are rats that come and go through this place. It's not really clear what they've been eating, but they do seem to be eating something. You could feast on them if you were desperate enough.
I totally would.
And so, perhaps as a swamp dweller who is used to such foul food, you killed the rats with your bare hands, as you have all been disarmed, by the way, although not disrobed. You have everything except for your weapons and other dangerous items. And so you feasted on raw rat flesh in the dark. Now, as the time has gone on, others have been brought to this place. Or perhaps they were already here, as we will find out. But why don't you go ahead and describe your character before we move on to the next?
My character is human, male. He is robed in disheveled, tattered black garments. The garments appear to have used to have been a robe. There are bones laced around his neck and with a cord, and on his wrists and legs. He has a beard grown from never shaving for years, unkept. Dirt and literal shit is on his face and arms, feet. He has a look of accepting of what happens around him, but also curious. He ate the rats always to survive, even though he was given enough food. But once, the food stopped coming, it was only rats. Age looks to be about late 30s.
Though it's a bit hard to tell because you have zombie feet.
Correct.
You look much older than you are.
Much older.
In the cell down from you, there is another man, a warrior, by the name of Vincent. Though he might not have told you that. But let's hear about Vincent. When did he come here?
I arrived a couple weeks ago. It was my first death. I was ripped apart by wolves, and my sister brought my body back to this place, and she sees me every once in a while and tries to give me words of encouragement, but I'm dead and I don't look to be in the best of shape. Yeah. What else, what other information would you like me to give?
Your sister might have visited you a couple of times at most with bodyguards. This is an unsafe location these days. Getting here is not that easy. But she simply either couldn't find people willing, couldn't afford it, or maybe something terrible happened to her. But you haven't seen her in at least a week.
Okay. And that also adds to me being sad because I'm in a unknown place that this is new to me. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm very cautious and wary of this place. I'm a tall male. I'm about 6'4", broad-shouldered, a little heavy set, and just bigger than the average person.
And have you been eating and sleeping?
Sleeping more than anything. The rats don't look as appetizing to me as they do to my esteemed colleague down the way of the name of Hemera. So I refrain from eating those, but I've been sleeping a lot and just kind of meditating upon my plight and what has befallen me since my first death.
Yes, your sister was no doubt able to bring you a bit of palatable food, but it has run out, and it's been a week since then. And you can feel the stomach pains, even though you know that you're not dying. You can't. You're already dead. You can't starve. You don't need to eat, but you feel the pain, and you feel the longing to eat, as a human would. It is a natural thing. You feel rather unnatural without it. And so, down from you, yet another cellmate. It is Common. Tell us about Common. How long have you been here?
Right. Well, I'd say I've been here about a month and a half. Quite boring here.
And can you describe for us your character?
Well, I'm a tiefling. I kind of look like a goat walking on two legs. Just under 6 feet tall. I've got brick red skin, two horns with black hair falling between them, about down to my jaw. Let's see, what else? Well, that's about it for what I look like.
And what about your garments?
Garments. Well, tattered leather clothing, I guess. It got kind of torn up when I got stabbed to death.
And have you been eating and sleeping as well?
Well, I was never much one for sleep. It gets boring. I don't really dream. Eating, I had some of them rats. That's about all I could find. Aside from a couple cockroaches, they had a little bit of texture.
Some nice crunch to them, no doubt.
Mm. Just like Mother used to make.
So, you have discovered since your death that you do not need to sleep. You can actually stay awake. Now, it does things to your mind, you might say.
That
Because
was already
you have so much time here to fill with the nothing, except for the odd sounds you hear echoing down the hall. Perhaps conversation with some of the others here who have still retained their mind, but you can feel almost a voice in the back of your head whispering to you when you stay awake for too long. You're not really sure what it says, but you just feel as if you're not alone and you're feeling paranoid. It doesn't feel normal to be awake this long, but you can do it. And in fact, a mind that likes to contemplate might find it to be a benefit rather than something, painful. Um, Now, as for your appearance, you might have a red tint to your skin in certain lightings, certainly more than other people. You might have some small indentations on your forehead, which are unusual to look at, but not quite horns. For you are mostly human, only tinged with a hint of something unknown from your ancient past.
Well, my parents been lying to me for a long time. But oops.
And we shall find out the mystery of that soon enough. But moving on down the hall to the final cellmate, Daenerys. Tell us, how long have you been here?
I've been here for 3 months.
Certainly not the worst nor the best. The knights had it better than you. And how have you been getting on?
I refuse to sleep. I barely sleep, at least maybe an hour a day, and I refuse to eat.
And what do we see if we look upon that cell?
There is water running from the ceiling, and all I have is just a small ragged blanket that I sit upon. I normally pace my cell. It's freezing in here to keep warm.
That's true. The temperature does seem to be getting colder, almost as if the sun is felt less and less in this place. And so there you are all, for your various amounts of time, with the stranger at the far end being longest of all, seeing you all come in. Perhaps you've spoken in those nights. Let's hear a bit of that.
I haven't really spoken to anybody because of my anger. But if I do see this person, I just look upon through the bars that are in a form of window facing outward.
Would anyone else care to converse in the time that you've been here?
Oh, I pretty much just talk to myself. I don't really like people.
Hemura will actually, over the course of everyone's stay here, mostly when they arrive and he hears the squeaking of rats, he'll call out, "Lure them here. I'll eat them. They don't have to feed me anymore."
After hearing that, Vincent does his best to cajole the rats towards Hemora as part of the cell, but is not incredibly successful with his endeavors. But I don't really talk to anyone just because I'm afraid of what could be out there, and I'm still not sure what it's like in here.
What it's like in here? Good question, as I have not described that very well, I think, beyond the image. This place is stone. It is clearly not taken care of anymore. There are remnants of straw in this place, but they're a bit sticky and damp. They're shredded. They're faded and decayed. There's really no comfort to be had here beyond cool stone walls. And it's dark because why waste torches? At one point, Hemura knows that they were lit. When people walked these walls daily, or at least more than once a day, to bring food and to check on people, see how they were doing, perhaps to give comfort with prayers and whatnot. But now it's just a dark hall, and rust has begun to set in on some of these cells. None of yours, as you were unlucky enough to find out if you tried to escape. But some of these others, perhaps startlingly, you would hear banging, clanging, twisting of metal, followed by groans of what you realize are the undead. For no human body wheezes like that. As a shambling form makes its way into the hall, and you can barely see it illuminated there, as it sort of looks about confused, and if it turns your way, you could see in the silhouette of its head two coals burning where the eyes should be, those little flames in the dark that stare at you, unquestionably at you, for a time, assessing before it moves on. Some of these things have come up to your cell, these undead, these hollows, these zombies, and perhaps reached in, shrieked in frustration, tried to open the doors but failed. Some of them just stare at you or wander about, but they don't seem to tear at each other. Sometimes they bump into each other confused, look upon one another, but they don't speak. They just sort of exist. They wait. Some of them you can see holding their stomachs as if they're in pain, perhaps because they haven't eaten in ages. Others contemplate the walls or the ceiling. Sometimes you'll hear the rhythmic sound of someone pounding their head against the wall, which is occasionally followed by a wet splat. But that is your situation. A decaying, moldy prison, no longer maintained. Nobody cares. Nobody visits. Except for your sister, but not even she comes anymore. And it is on one of these occasions that you hear a most unusual sound that perhaps only Haruma has heard before. A grinding squeak of steel from over his head as that hatch is opened in the ceiling. And you blink as sunlight immediately floods in, brighter than you've seen in years. But as your eyes adjust, you behold a knight's helmet gazing down at you. He doesn't say anything. And in fact, he is not there long, as he throws a corpse into your cell stares at you once again, and then slams the lid shut, and you hear it relock.
You said he threw rope into the cell?
A corpse.
Corpse.
Oh, corpse.
This is into
So-
Himura's cell.
I heard like
Uh,
cord, like a cord of rope. I apologize. I was like, what?
Hey, friend, maybe it'll taste better than the rats.
How old is this corpse?
It looks, it's a hollow, clearly, freshly dead.
I will check its possessions.
It seems to
What do
just
you want
have
for
like
that?
some. No, you can look it over easy enough. It is because it doesn't have much on it. It's like peasants' clothes that are just frayed, almost falling apart, basically rags at this point. But as you turn it over, you hear the unmistakable clank of metal, and you find tied around its waist by the thinnest of twine a single rusty key.
Holy shit. Oh, all right, cool. So Himura is going to go to the lock, the gate that's been holding him for. He's lost count. Been years. That's all he knows. And feeds his thin arm through the bars and tries one of the keys into the lock.
With a bit of jiggling and scraping of rust, you find that it fits and gives a satisfying click as you turn it, and you feel the gate give way as you're leaning on it, opening outward.
Himura pushes with his weight the door open, rusty and screechy as it is. With some force, gets it all the way enough to squeeze out.
It is quite loud, and what you notice is that there is about 3 hollows scattered in this hallway. They all do the slow head turn towards the sound, confused, wondering what's happening as they look upon someone standing there.
How close are the other gates? The other cells?
One of them is immediately to your right.
Boy, there, friend. I gave you good advice about trying to, see if it tastes better than a rat. You feel like helping a fellow out?
Without a word, Hemyar is going to hand you the key ring and put his arm through the gates.
Was that my cell or?
Yes, the goat.
Oh.
Well,
Matt.
the bronze man.
All right. Well, thank you there. So Covin's gonna eyeball the 3 hollows a little bit to kind of see if they've changed their position.
They have shifted. They've like pivoted in place to turn and face you.
And now they're looking at me.
Well, no, you're still in the
Us.
cell, so they're only looking at Himura.
Okay. Well, I slyly try to reach through. Click, click, click.
It also
And I
fits.
hesitate before pushing open the gate because I know it's going to be loud.
It does creak open. Not terribly, though.
Yeah, just open it. They're
Okay.
coming anyway.
Slightly push it a little bit harder to open it up a little bit more and peek outside a bit.
As Vincent hears the door open, he rushes to the beginning of his cell, and he pokes his head out and says, "Hey, I can help you. Help me."
Where is Vincent's cell in relation to mine?
He is a little down and across from you.
Down and across. Is there a hollow between his cell and me?
No.
Okay, well, I quietly as I can, with my goat hooves.
Well, you have feet.
That's right. Taking all the fun out of the game.
Aw, bummer.
So I tiptoe while keeping an eye on the hollows towards Vincent and gingerly hand him the key ring.
So the
I
hollows,
sort of just pause and wait to see what the hollows do.
they are very slow, as if they're kind of making up their mind. But one of them takes a shaky step towards you, and the other two follow. And they've got like their hands on the wall for support. The one in the back is not doing that. He's just kind of like shambling forward, almost stumbling. But they are quite slowly, cautiously even, making their way towards you.
They're on the move.
I
Hurry up and unlock the lock.
I twist the lock, try to get it open, and hopefully if it opens, I push it open, and then I turn immediately to the cell to my left, right? Because that still's Daenerys.
It would be on your left, yes.
Yeah, and I immediately start turning the lock for her.
You step towards that door, and the hollow, the closest one, is closing in. It is going to be next to you by the time you have that door open. Do
Oh.
you continue?
Can I pocket the key and brace myself for a fight?
Indeed, you can. Perhaps we should roll initiative.
Then I do that.
Okay, so Annie, on your core of the sheet.
Oh, I'll take that roll.
Show me physically.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah. So core right here.
Yeah, on the core,
Yes.
you have a +2.
Okay.
So then when you roll, there's a addition point.
Yeah.
Roll d20.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I was supposed to add the +1. Oh well. I forgot that I had to do that. My bad.
Oh, some dice out here. And am I close enough to Daenerys for her to blow on it for me? Badum.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Did it work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a 10. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Ooh, 4. Ouch.
So I hear. Okay, so you guys are at my door right now.
Yeah, we're right outside it.
Yeah, Vincent is right outside.
Okay, be quiet. I've heard them come towards my door many of times because every time they pass me, I am furious and I throw things. So please, quiet. And if you must fight, ask the golden man.
Ouch.
Okay, and we begin things with Vincent. 3 hollows down the hall proceeding. They are very close. Just a few
Nice.
steps away. What do you do?
And I'm unarmed, correct? Because
That
my
is correct.
weapons have been stripped from me. All right. Is there one that's close enough to like pinch between me and one of the other people here to hit him from both sides, or no?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
The hallway
Then-
is not especially wide either. It's maybe 7 feet across.
All right. I'm gonna take a swing at one of these guys. And I don't actually know how to make a. What is it, like a 1d4 plus my strength?
For
I
unarmed?
think
For
unarmed
unarmed?
is just 1 plus strength
Oh, it's just 1 plus strength?
damage.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
One
Well,
damage,
I do
yeah.
5 damage with a punch.
Well, let's see if you hit the guy.
Oh,
By the
I
way,
forgot about that. My bad.
On the bottom right, you'll see a little drop-down bar that says "as." If you click that and select your character name, then you can roll dice as your character.
Ah, okay.
I thought I did that before. My bad.
Well, yeah, you're good. But no one else. You rolled a 20, but not a D20. So
Wait.
you're gonna have to roll a D20.
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
Honey, I don't know
How
where
would
that
you roll
is.
a 20 if you didn't roll a d20?
Okay, I
If you
realized
just say
what I
roll
did.
20, then it'll just spit out a number 20.
Oh.
I thought
Gotcha.
I did that. And then I.
How do I do that here?
Do what?
What he was saying, because it said there was roll as my character.
Oh.
It was different than you guys.
Right, it's a 1d20 plus 1 because I have 1 dex.
I don't
Correct?
think I have that ability.
You can use strength for punching.
Oh, well, I think I hit
Yeah,
him.
looked up.
See that.
I think you hit him. Yeah, either way. So, what's your
Yay.
strength modifier?
4.
You punch him right out. You can describe, however, how you take him down if you're
So,
unarmed.
since I don't know Dark Souls that much, is it like a...
Okay, real quick. Nobody think of it like a video game, or a board game, or anything like that. Think of it
Yeah,
like a
that's
movie
just the setting.
or
Well-
a book. This is just the setting.
Yeah, I was wondering, like... Okay. Well,
Oh, did you have a question
Well,
about the
in like Dark
melee,
Souls,
or-
you
Well,
mean about how
I
you
was-
finish him?
well, I was kind of wondering, like, if I, like, punch him, would he just kind of, like, do, like, a crumple thing? Or, like, would it actually, like, cause, like, bleeding or anything? Or is it just... It doesn't really matter?
Okay. You're questioning about the nature of the enemy.
Yeah,
The music
sorry.
is louder than you
They-
guys' voices right now.
Oh, you can.
You can turn that
okay.
down.
So, quick note about that. There is in the upper right corner of chat. There's a gear
I
icon.
got it.
Okay.
You can adjust master music volume right there.
Oh, I see it. I see that at least. Bash. I won't work on mine. What a dick. Oh, there it goes.
Right. So, on the question of do undead have blood and other fluids? Yes, they do.
Okay. All right.
Yes, they are.
So, do I kill him or no? Or is that...
Yeah, he's defeated.
Okay. So, Vincent takes his
That's kind of a
fist...
telltale sign that you killed it when the DM says, "Okay, how do you want to do this?"
Okay. Like I said, this is like my second real time, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
I took a swing with my right fist, and I just smashed his head between my fist and the wall.
Oh, nicely done. That'll do it. And you see its eyes kind of go wide with surprise for a moment, along with its jaw, before it just kind of slumps to the ground with a dark, nasty blood splat left on the wall. That's not fresh human blood. It's not fresh at all. It's like cadaver blood. Moving on to the remaining hollows. They are unfazed that you destroyed one of them. They don't give a shit. It doesn't stop them in the least as they come for you, Vincent being the...
All right.
So do let me know if either one of those will hit.
I don't believe they do. They do not.
Okay, so describe as they unsuccessfully both come lunging at you with their bare fists and legs.
Oh, shit. So, as one stumbles towards me, because you said that they're kind of slow, right?
It's like they're warming up,
Oh, okay.
but they seem agile enough as they get close to you.
Since I've only been in this place for a couple weeks, I still have my fitness around me. So as one stumbles toward me, I nimbly jump to one side, and then as the other one lunges toward me, I jump behind him. So now they're both in front of me, between me and the rest of the party.
Correct. Moving on to Hamura in the back.
Hamura will cast a spell.
You don't have your components.
Just kidding.
It was a joke.
But you see him make a grab for something at his waist that isn't there.
There you go. And then he looks around. Hamura will shamble forward and with both fists try to bludgeon the undead. Where's my character sheet?
Top right, under the journal thing, I do believe.
It kind of looks like a newspaper.
He knows what it looks like. I'm just giving him a hard time because he spent multiple times trying to explain this to me. My first time on Roll20.
To hit, what modifier do I use?
You may use strength or dex, but not proficiency.
Okay. Sick.
You flail and miss. Please tell us how you fell.
Humira took both hands together and raised them above his head and tried to bring them down. But he brought them down way too close to himself and just whiffed.
Common does a slow clap.
Common the cocky, unfazed by this peril at his doorstep. Daenerys, you're still in the cell, but you see all this happening before you.
I insist that somebody opens this door. I can help.
It's gonna be a rip. I have the key.
Where is the key at the moment?
It's in my
When you
pocket because I
In your pocket.
assume that I have a pocket.
Is he still close to her bars?
He is indeed, and you saw him put it in his pocket.
Yep, that
If
happened.
you wish to make a grab, you can give that a try.
I grab
Do you
at
res-
his clothes
do
and
you
I take the
resist being
key
grabbed?
As she reaches for
More
me,
important
it's
things are getting frisky right now.
I like initially kind of like flinch away, but then once I realize what she's doing, I don't resist.
So, with a quick fishing about, perhaps as he nervously stands there holding still for a few seconds, a few perilous seconds, as the one hollow slowly turns around to face him, you fish the key out.
Yes. And I take the key and I start trying to see if it will open the door. And
Does
it's
indeed.
first, it's very, very, it's hard to turn the key in my door. So finally, I just use all my force and it finally works and bust out the door and say, finally, I had to do everything myself.
Oh,
You-
she's a feisty one. I like it.
You stand in the doorway directly next to the peril of the hollow as it kind of turns its head a little too far to one side, almost like an owl, to regard you, sizing you up. As we move on to comment.
Okay, so I'm still. Let's see. Is there one in between me and Vincent?
Yes, because he has moved on to the opposite side of them. So
Okay.
it's
Oh, there's
Vincent.
two in front of me.
There's
Yes,
two.
it's Vincent, Daenerys and Hollow, another Hollow, and then Himura and Khan.
Can cantrips be used as a bonus action?
No, not unless it says they can be.
Okay. Well. By the way, does anybody here watch Critical Role aside from Cheesy and I?
I do not. I don't have that much time.
Well, then this won't make sense to anybody but probably me. But I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, and what do you use, a catalyst or?
Oh, damn it! I thought it was. I didn't think. Oh wait, no, that's. It just says verbal and somatic.
Right, but like, do you cast spells with components or an arcane focus?
Oh, I believe I do have an arcane focus. Let me see if I can find what it is.
Should tell him on the spells, right?
It's a warlock thing. Might be in your inventory.
Oh.
I'm looking now. Oh no, I have a damn components pouch.
So you reach for your component
Never
pouch,
mind.
and it's not there.
Fuck. I
you
thought
also
I
look
thought I had a
stupid.
focus.
Next to Himura.
Okay.
And not
Well,
all go.
I guess I'll try to.
Well played, Hamura.
That's
Well
my
played.
I'll try to kick the closest one to me square in the chest.
Go for it.
So roll for hit. Oops, I forgot to add anything. Do I get to add anything?
That's a hit.
Okay.
You can use Dex or Strength, but not Proficiency.
Let's see. Oh, they both suck, so never mind. Okay. Then you said 1 plus strength modifier?
Yes.
I
Or
do
Dex
0.
modifier. Oh, okay. So you just
Or
hit it
what
for
modifier?
or Dex modifier.
Yeah, no, well, okay, I'll use my dex. I do 1 damage.
Either way, the minimum is 1. So you hit him for 1. So
I imagine he looks at me like,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Go tell us as you just kind of like barely push him. Tell us about it.
Oh, sorry. What? I didn't hear that part. I was chuckling. So you see me sort of wind up like I'm gonna do a Bruce Lee kick,
and I'm getting all like in stance, getting ready to do some damage, crack some ribs, get him right in the chest, but I barely touch him, and I actually fall slightly backwards.
A very off-balance attack. You suspect that perhaps he has seen this done before, but never tried it himself. Moving on to Vincent.
All right, so I look at my esteemed colleague, Common, and I slightly raise my eyebrow at him, and then I launch attack. Damn it.
I slightly raise my middle finger.
It's
I
a
think
big
that's
time
a
whiff.
9.
Oh, really? Impressive. Still,
Yeah.
still a miss.
Damn
So
it.
tell us about it.
All right. Well, as I slightly raise my eyebrow towards Common, I lunge up with my foot without any wind up whatsoever, and I just swing it at the hollow in front of me. But I completely misjudged the distance, and so I just make a really fancy twirl, and then I just stay back on my feet.
Oh, you should be in Cirque du Soleil.
But nobody laughs because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
World of
I
Darkness.
mean,
What are you
Cirque du
talking
Soleil?
about?
Well, you see, I've always had this thing about the fourth wall.
You daft bastard.
Didn't need to roll that.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask. I
One
think I asked you,
D29.
Rem, and I think you said it was okay. Do you mind if I roll my actual dice? I promise not to fudge it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Besides, we have another person there to keep you in.
Sucks.
Really?
Okay. What is your AC without a shield?
Me?
Yes, as you do not
18.
have shields either. How much?
18.
Ooh, wow, impressive. Well,
Yeah.
still, you managed to actually get hit by this flailing zombie. For
Wait.
1 damage.
Oh! Oh, the pain!
Tell us about it.
So, wait, quick question. Do I put that in my temporary hit points?
You just deduct it from your hit points.
Okay. Alright. So as this thing lunges at me, can I say that it tries to bite me?
Sure.
Alright, so as it goes to bite me, I kind of swat it away, but as I do, it still gets a bite off my hand before I shake it off me.
And its teeth are nasty and disgusting, and they dig into your flesh, which is also nasty and disgusting.
Nasty, big, pointy teeth.
The other one just kind of bumbles about in the dark, doesn't achieve anything effective at all.
Wait, there's another one? I thought there were only
There's 2.
3.
And now there's 2.
But wait, didn't he? Yeah.
You killed one. I whiffed one.
He hit it for 1 damage, and it was just kind of like, ugh.
Oh, I thought you said that it killed him. Oh, okay.
No,
It laughed at me.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, I thought that it had 1 HP. I was like, wow, these are really, really easy.
Hemera!
Have you ever roll an attack? Roll 1.
Man, he's been a smoker all his life.
Well, I mean, more than you know, actually.
he watch, he smoke crack, but most important, he attack.
Looks a lot. That's a
14
hit.
to hit.
Boom.
Let's go.
So that is 0 damage.
So 1 damage. Are you inflicting the one that Common kicked?
Yes, the one that's already damaged.
Alright. Tell us about it.
Raises both hands and bonks him on the head.
Stumbles about a little dizzy, but otherwise continues its assault as you go to Daenerys.
So there's one right in front of me, correct?
That's correct.
And
And
I'm
another
not,
one not too far away.
And I'm not allowed to use my spells.
No, you do not have what you need to do magic.
Okay.
Otherwise, I doubt you'd be in this cell.
True.
Yes, that's true. What does she do? My character's not that athletic. That's what it says on the sheet that I have. I ask for help. Please help me. Let's see. I'll show you where it had said that I'm negative at athletics.
Oh, it's okay. So,
Yeah, because that's your strength modifier.
I start to actually run, luring the two hollows towards the men.
Towards the men.
okay, you can actually use your turn to safely withdraw from combat if you would like. You can kind
Okay.
of like move through them cautiously.
Yes.
All right.
Move.
Do you want to go on the other side of Vincent or the other side of the other guys?
The other guy. That's
The other
where I'm
guys.
heading.
Damn.
Okay.
I
So
see
you go
how
out of
it
your cell,
is.
you hang
I'm
right.
sorry, Vincent.
You dip past a hollow and the two men who are flailing pathetically. And you bring it around. Combat.
And swing around into a tunnel, you said?
Oh no, we're just bringing it around to the next turn.
Oh, okay.
You make your way behind them.
Okay.
Come here, lass. You like farm animals?
You're a human still.
Damn.
You're not a goat.
Just a bit unusual looking human.
Oh, so I'm like me in real life.
Oh,
Sure.
so you're not a goat?
No, he's
Well,
human.
I thought you were.
Well, I was-
Sound human.
I was until Ren killed that dream.
Oh, you could still
Okay.
dream about it.
So,
He
I'm,
has.
I'm gonna try to redeem myself against the fucker that I just whipped. That would be a 9.
Yeah.
9 is not good enough.
Okay. I do a massive wind-up punch like in the old-timey movies, and I swing right for his jaw, miss completely, and just spin around in a couple circles.
It is a humorous display of physical ineptitude. Let me have a look here
Oh,
real
shit.
quick.
Can I get that on a shirt, please?
Check.
What, my description or Rem's response?
Rem's response.
That was a humorous display.
Hamura, being the most intelligent of the group, and knowing full well that you are certainly no martial artist, you look around perhaps, and with your above average intelligence, you note that there is rubble around, there is bricks, there is perhaps a fallen cell door, objects that might be improvised to smash things. Vincent,
Oh shit, we can do that.
Dang.
I didn't know that.
Roll perception.
All right, let's go. All right, let's try this again. There we go.
Damn.
that'd be a hit.
All
You
right.
are going to destroy whatever you punch, so tell
All
us.
right.
man.
So I rise up and I say, "Let's try this again." And I launch myself off with my right foot, and then I jump off the left part of the wall, and then I smack the hollow right in the face with my kneecap, and just splatters all of its face and liquids.
So you cave its head in with your knee. It falls backward with not much of a face left. Everyone else is stunned by how well trained this warrior is. The last remaining hollow, again, does not seem to care about his phone. But he has perhaps noticed the futility of beating upon the plated skin of Vincent as it turns upon a more delicious, squishy target.
Ooh.
It goes for Hamura.
Wait.
It hits Hamura.
I was
For
like,
1.
why did you roll a 1d2?
It's choosing a target.
Oh, okay.
It sort of spun around. It looked at Common for a second, and then stared at Hamura and went for him. And it swings its arm with its nasty fingernails held like a claw and rakes them. Just kind of a gentle scrape across Hamura. His frayed garments, I mean, cloth is good enough to protect against fingernails, so he's not much hurt by it. Hamura.
I crit.
You do. It's dead. Tell us about it.
So Himura
Critical roll.
looks down at his shirt. Another hole has been made. A little upset, but a little happy that the holes weren't made by himself this time. And he does the same attack he always does. Takes both fists, puts them together above his head, crushes the skull, the undead in front of him. That's it. Crumples to the ground.
Ooh.
One moment, please. But the battle is over. Enemies lie defeated at your feet.
What class are you, Himura?
Yes.
I don't think he's supposed to
Oh,
tell us.
well, because Rem was calling you a warrior, so.
No, he was calling me the warrior, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Vincent, because he fights.
That's what I said. He
one and
called
looks
Vincent
like one.
the-
Well, then perhaps you can deduce that Himura is not a warrior.
Wait, what's your intelligence?
13.
There you go. Yeah, you can do that.
He's like, I think he's not a warrior.
He's not even wearing a jersey.
Oh, this guy.
Derp, derp.
Himir's gonna look to the group. Are you doing something, Rem?
No, go ahead.
Is everyone all right?
Well, aside from slightly hurt pride, yeah, I think I'm fine.
Thank you all for protecting me.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just shake off my hand, or shake my hand a little bit. Trying to get
No,
the...
we're
more
nice
than
twinkle
fine.
dance.
It's nice to be out of that cage.
Yes, it is.
No, just need a nice stretch. I put my leg up against the wall and I just start doing some deep stretches. Get my hamstrings a little stretched. Get warmed
you
up.
do Pilates too.
I'm a man of many talents.
I've always thought of taking yoga.
I highly recommend it as a trained medical professional.
I always just end up eating yogurt though.
Dude, this looks fancy.
So right now that these things are dead, we have a key. Is it a single key or a ring of keys?
I think it's just a single. Are there any other cells that we can
I
open?
reckon we should start looking for a way out of this place.
I think the only way out. Oh,
Through the hatch.
yes.
Well, I'll go ahead and look at the various debris on the ground and see if I can find anything to fashion a sort of club out of.
Okay, you begin looking around. Anyone else?
I want to.
Himir would do the same.
I want to start looking for like a weapons cache or something. If they're keeping our weapons and personal belongings anywhere.
So the
Damn, I
hallway,
wish I had higher intelligence.
the hallway carries on down. On one end was Himura's cell, and then the opposite direction carries on till it rounds a corner. So is that where you will be heading, Vincent?
I will be, and I will slowly peek my head around, not fully committing to one hallway until I know it's safe.
And you near the end of the corridor, and there is some light filtering in here. It's pretty weak, but it looks like outdoor light, and it is coming from up a ladder, which is at against the far wall leading up. But at your feet, in this small, the hallway kind of opens into a small square room. At your feet, lower down, about 2 feet down, is a pool, like a cistern almost of water. And as you look upon it, you feel yourself gulp.
Meaning that I'm thirsty?
you become aware that you are thirsty if you weren't already aware of that.
Oh.
Did I find any weapons?
You found some stone, some rags from the hollows, a metal gate.
Am I able to
You-
rip a piece off of the gate?
Do you have any
Wow.
kind of artisan crafting skill, anything like that?
I highly doubt it.
Do you have survival?
No.
I do.
Okay, survivalist. You think that you might be able to use the scraps from the hollows along with perhaps a brick or just a piece of metal if you can pry it from the gate to form a makeshift club.
Okay.
That's
I'll
what
give
I
you a
was
roll.
gonna do.
Can I roll to see if the water is safe to drink?
Yes, do you have survival or nature?
Mine's not good, but I will. Gosh darn it, why didn't it do it?
Because you put
15.
r/. 15. The water does not look pure by any means. But I mean, is it gonna kill you? You don't think so.
I thought we're already dead.
That is true.
First of all, we're already dead. Second, we've been eating raw rats.
Some of you have.
Well,
All right,
Perhaps,
can I?
perhaps none of you look disgusted as that is revealed.
Yeah, I was kind of disgusted by it. Can I take a small, like, can I cup a little bit water and then sip it just to see if it's?
You can indeed. And you sip it. And it's cool and refreshing. Even though it tastes kind of dirty. Like it's and stagnant, you know? It doesn't smell the best. But because it's cool and because you know that it's water, it evokes a memory of, you know, perhaps a hot day when you were working hard and you enjoyed that refreshing drink. And for a moment that kind of flickers through your mind. And it's almost real again as you taste that sip of brackish water. And it refreshes you. And you think you could stomach a few sips, but after that, you've had enough.
All right, I finished my sips, but again, I like cup the water. I don't like put my head down there or anything.
Right.
So if I can't create a weapon out of multiple pieces, can I just check to see if there's a nice rod worth of gate that I could just swing around?
Indeed. Effectively, anyone who wants to is able to improvise a weapon with the help of Hamura, perhaps with some muscle from Vincent, you know, to wrench things apart.
Would you
He's
two mind?
Quite strong.
Yeah,
I would not mind.
yeah, I can help as long as I get a sword for myself.
So there's no swords, but an improvised weapon is for a D4, and you're not proficient in it, and it uses strength.
I mean, I'll take that. So
Just to remember, because I can't remember right
why
now.
does it have to use
Rolling to
strength?
attack, we use our dex as our to hit.
It depends on the weapon. Some weapons use dex, some weapons use strength.
Okay.
If a weapon says
Like
finesse,
finesse weapons, right?
yeah, then it's dex for both. If it doesn't, then it's strength for both.
Himura is actually going to check out the burnt torches and see if that's suitable as a weapon.
It is indeed as an improvised weapon dealing a D4 that uses strength, and you're not proficient.
Good. He'll do that.
And you lift the torch, and you smell that familiar scent of burnt, and it comforts you.
It's been a long time since these were lit.
Fire!
Jesus.
He can't help you now.
Oh, I was supposed to do that.
So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a handful or two of water as well.
And if there's nothing else down here, I'm a poke my head upside and see what's on the surface.
All right.
I'll stand at the bottom of the ladder ready to
Catch
her
me.
for a while. Yeah.
Wait,
So
what
the
size
ladder,
are you?
Despite being
I'm
old and a bit
almost
rusty.
6 feet. 215 pounds. I may not be very strong, but
I'd
I'm
squish you like a bug.
relatively large goat.
Human.
It is a sturdy and reliable ladder. You just got. It doesn't even squeak much. Anyone who sips the water does find it satisfying, but after a few sips, it starts to turn in your stomach, and you just don't want it anymore. But it brings you comfort, and comfort is a rare thing down here, as you have been uncomfortable for your whole duration, more or less, except for Hamura, perhaps in the beginning. But that quickly ended, as the last nurse kind of gave you that knowing look of "you're fucked" and left. And you emerge topside. You are now outdoors in a courtyard. The sun is brilliant here. That is another thing you have sorely missed, and it feels good to have that warmth piercing the clouds. It is a bit of a cloudy day, but I mean not that bad. You could still feel warmth from the sun. There's not really any wind. The air is quite still, almost unnatural. And all around you, you can see the crumbling ruins of the asylum, the prison. You look up, there's no roof. Was there at one point? Judging by the amount of rubble, you don't think so. Not in this section, anyway. But what takes your attention after that? There is some big-ass wooden doors closed across the courtyard with a few little stairs leading up to them, ornamental. Large doors, and then in the center of the courtyard, in the grass, there is a pile of bones. Small pile. And resting, jutting out, thrust into that pile of bones, that little mound, is what looks to be a sward. The sward is quite rusty, and it is also on fire. But this fire moves unusually slow. No fire burns like that. Fire is quick and crackling. But this is almost like you're watching a slow motion fire as it rises and twists ahead of you. And the crackling it makes is faint, with kind of an odd, like ethereal echo to it. And you hear mixed in with the crackling of a normal fire, sort of a magical chiming sound. You have no idea where it's coming from other than the fire itself. You don't see how it could be making that sound. It must be some form of magic.
Ooh.
Ow.
Well, Vincent Longshanks desires to go and to try and put his hand around the handle of a sword.
That is on fire.
Well, is it all on fire, or is it just a blade?
It is entirely on fire.
Ah, damn it!
Flames
Alright,
are
never
rising
mind.
up above this. But as you
Rising
approach,
above the
investigate. Yeah, like not super high up, but like they're engulfing the sword. Right?
Okay,
Okay.
never mind.
But you get kind of close
Like the guy
to.
from Game of Thrones.
But you get close to kind of like maybe think about withdrawing the sword, and this fire is warm, soothingly, but it is not hot. As you get close, you're like, you don't feel that urge to pull away. It doesn't get that hot. It's just not that hot of a flame.
I'm gonna reach right through and grab it.
Kamen comes up behind you, taking advantage of your hesitation, and grasps the sword. You have grasped it, and then it does not burn you. In fact, you feel quite soothed. You're at ease in the presence of this thing that is clearly magical. And your expression, like you are immediately at ease, and you just kind of like, you have that look of like, oh, like soothing, you know? Maybe your eyelids flutter a bit. And
I give
some
Bambi
thoughts
eyes to the sword.
you don't, yeah, well, you don't have any particular thoughts or memories, but you have feelings, pleasant feelings that come from being in the vicinity of this thing. The kind of things like hugging someone you care about, seeing someone you love, those like coming home again, those kinds of warm fuzzy feelings. It gives you
garbage.
Yes, it gives you that kind of a comfort.
So I let go just as the feeling goes away.
As long as you stay near it, it remains. Doesn't you don't have to grab it to get the feeling.
Okay. What happens if plunge it into the fire pit a tad bit more?
You're gonna push down on it.
Yes.
It doesn't seem to. You can't get it in more than like maybe half. It seems to be pretty well shoved in.
Well then, I guess the only option I have now is to pull it out.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
You pull it out. It comes out with just a little bit of fuss, and the fire immediately is gone.
Oh, the happy.
And the happy is gone.
Alright, put it back in.
It lights up again.
It's magic.
It's clearly magic.
Interesting.
Leave
So,
the sword in.
I let go. I let go.
Daenerys has joined you.
Though I really want to keep it.
Hemera, what are you doing?
Wow.
Hemura has just finished taking a couple handfuls of water and is rejoining the group in the rear.
And you behold the magic sword in the pile of bones. And if you draw near, you feel the soothing.
What is this?
Oh, check this out. I pull it out.
It goes out.
Well, I put it back in.
He feels the elation immediately depart and then return as he thrusts the sword back into the bone pile. Says,
I
wow,
don't care who you are. That just doesn't me.
that was quite amazing. It's clearly magical.
Clearly.
It's also very old, this flame. Almost primordial.
I don't know if I understand that word, but it sounds cool when you say it.
I as well.
Flames like this as well in the world here. Maybe not as ancient as this one, but old.
I slightly push them aside, and I also grasp the sword to feel the goodies.
You can feel that just by being near it.
Oh, never mind then.
It doesn't get any stronger when you grab it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a letdown, to be honest. Okay, I'm trying to remember the description of this area that you gave. Now, all I can think about is the sword in the fire.
Oh, do you have a question? You want me to describe it again?
Yes.
You're in a courtyard. There's grass under your feet. In the center of the courtyard is the bonfire, or the bonfire, with the sword. There is big ass wooden doors up a couple of stairs right in front of you. Going backwards is the ladder, and you're surrounded by stone walls. No ceiling.
Is there any way to make a better weapon than I found below, or no?
You look around. You do not see anything useful.
And
Alright.
there's only the two big doors, or do you want to?
It's double doors.
What if I roll for investigation?
There is another door in this room, in this courtyard,
Oh.
along the right-hand side. There is looks like a cell door. You know, the metal gate with the bars.
I stroll on over to take a peek through.
You peek through. You see stairs going up to the right.
Huh.
Is
Oi,
it
want
unlocked?
to try the key?
You try the key. It goes in, but it does not turn.
I shout obscenities at the key.
The key does not seem to care.
I stroll up to the wooden doors, and can I push them open?
Indeed, as you begin to push upon it, you have to really put your back into it. These doors are big, but you feel them start to give. Like everyone kind of sees him push, and he grunts, and then creak, and the doors begin to yield, parting to reveal a large and grand-looking room, a hall of some sort.
You're just hoping for a mead hall.
Rubble all over the floor, as you can see. It's a grand hall, but it is empty in the center. There's nothing at all. And directly across, you can see another set of double doors, just like this one. To the left and the right are archways. Do they go somewhere? You'll have to find that out. There's also a lot of urns spread around, as you can see those large thingies right there.
I would like to somersault through the urns.
So you approach. There's actually a cluster of urns immediately to the left as you enter this room. You approach the cluster of urns, 4 foot high, made of ceramic pottery. You somersault into them. You kind of topple a few like bowling pins, but they're quite heavy and quite hard. You sort of regret doing that, as you get a bruise or two.
Is there anything of value inside of them or no?
Dust.
Nice! I collect all the
Could it
dust.
potentially be ash?
It's ash.
Or
It
is it
does.
dust?
It seems to be cremated bodies. There's
I would
fragments of bone and things.
I would like to take both hands, get a nice heaping mound in my hands, and go back to the fire outside the great big ass wooden doors
Okay?
and dump them in.
You jump them in. Nothing changes.
Damn. It was worth a shot. I head back inside with the rest of the party.
All right,
So
I
you're all-
approach the doors.
You cross.
Wait,
Right,
wait,
everybody
maybe,
go-
maybe we should talk about it first. Do we want to go through the doors or check the archways?
Oh, I thought you already checked the archways. Did you not?
I thought you checked it.
Nobody checked the
Oh.
archways.
No, I
Okay.
checked the gated door outside, but once we got inside, all I've done is try to break the urns.
All right. Well, I go left into the archway on the left.
I'll follow her.
I will go right.
I'll
Okay.
go right as well.
And so you split up on opposite sides, passing under the archways, which are, they're enclosed, they're archways. But the central courtyard is big and open here as well. There doesn't seem to be, there's light pouring in. Anyway, as you near the halfway point across this room, you see, those of you on the left, you see a doorway along the wall. But you hear a sound. Sort of a windy, something passing through the air sound. Followed by a heavy thud. And it immediately draws your attention as you look to the center of the room. And the ground has shaked from something heavy impacting there. And you are immediately, no doubt, surprised, perhaps horrified, as you are greeted by the sight of a vast, towering, blubbery
Ew.
demon
Hey,
thing
You've got huge tats.
He has a lot of sets.
with horns and bone spikes jutting out of it, wielding a massive hammer of
Turkey
stone.
leg.
Mm.
And it
Yummy.
turns to behold Hemura and who's with you again?
I'm with Vincent.
So Kamen and Thamura, it turns your direction. The beast
We went
stares.
right. You said this was from the left.
Yeah, you're talking about the left.
Well, you're both. I was talking about the doorway on the left.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's-
There is one.
the archway
But
to
at
the
that
doorway.
point,
Okay.
that point, this thing lands in the center of the room.
Oh, gotcha.
Behind
Okay,
us.
so it's
Okay.
looking at me and Himura.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
It's looking at Hemura in particular, and you can see its nostrils flare for a moment, and then
Oh, shite.
its teeth spread into a malicious grin as it bellows, sort of as you might imagine a dinosaur to growl or scream. But it has an unnatural. It's like nothing you've ever heard. It's no animal. It's got a nightmarish sound to it, and it is clearly not friendly. You should roll for
So
initiative.
like Taylor Swift.
Sure.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay, let's see here. What do I need for my shot?
I'll take a 20. Hell yeah. Or a 19, I mean. I can't count.
Sorry. Whoop. Okay, roll. 17.
38. Wait.
I'm supplying music.
Yo, sus.
Hmm.
Look at the name of the beast. It's a Taurus demon. Ha.
How can you tell?
Yeah.
Because it says Taurus demon Dark Souls soundtrack.
Oh.
Right
We already
there.
covered that I only have 13 intelligence. Oh man, that sounds loud.
Yeah, I have it like barely turned on.
Yeah, I'm at like 0.5%.
Right?
Neat music though. Okay, let's do this.
Sus
I
doesn't
rolled a
like-
17. You haven't added mine yet.
You can add your own.
I can?
Mhm.
Oh,
That's what I did for mine.
derp.
And what did we get for Daenerys?
What do I roll?
1d20 plus
Okay.
1.
Plus your
Plus initiative.
initiative, so you have +2.
All right. 13.
Okay. This would really be a lot easier if I had my component pouch.
Beginning things once again with the lightning fast ones.
Give me a second. I need to check something real
You've
quick.
never seen anything like this before. You might have heard a story about it, but definitely, this is like shocking.
So, I'm confused slightly, Ram. Sorry. When I initially try to catch Eldritch Blast, it doesn't have the material box checked. So why would I need my component pouch for that?
Do you need anything to cast it?
It says verbal and somatic, so vocals and movement. Movement. I think it
Yeah.
threw me off when you asked if I had a focus.
Well,
Which
I
My
figured.
guess is you were also going to say, "Oh, look at that! You don't have your focus either."
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Not
but I
have
can cast
anything-
it if I don't need materials.
I guess.
Sweet.
So I would
Okay.
like to rush this guy from behind. 1d20, right? Plus 1. Damn it.
Just give me a sec here.
Oh, wait,
Is
no.
Eldritch a cantrip?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cantrip.
So I would have rolled a 13 if I did my modifier correctly. Because I added my dex instead of my strength. But my strength should have been added.
Okay, one moment.
Apologies.
Why does it say 19.13 in initiative?
Because on my sheet it has 1.13.
Really?
Yep. So
Interesting.
I've always added it just in case, but it's just me being extra careful. So
Yeah, and that makes sense. I've just never seen a decimal.
yeah. I hadn't either before roll 20, and then Sus was like, "Oh yeah," and they explained to me why. So I just keep adding it.
Okay, so you step up to punch the beast, correct? Or hit it with your improvised whatchamacallit.
Yes, sir.
All right. You fail to penetrate its thick, blubbery hide.
With a 13, I'm guessing.
That's right.
Yeah. Damn it.
Do you want to tell us about it?
As I approach this beast from behind, I utter a mighty yell that I'm not going to do because I have my sister sleeping in the other room. But I swing at it and I outstretch my arm. But as I was going towards it, I trip a little bit on the stone and I just miss it and hit the floor.
And you clatter. And
Yep.
it kind of turns its head a little to the side, noticing that clatter. Moving on to comment.
I don't suppose I can tell if this thing's undead lately or not.
Do you have any kind of a way to tell that?
I don't know.
Like a detecty thing, or
Uh,
are you just kind of looking at it like, yep, that's a duck?
That sounds good.
Looks like a squirrel to me.
It doesn't look undead. It doesn't
Okay.
have that decayed nature to it.
Okay.
No.
It looks
I will-
menacing.
I will go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast.
Do you have that on
Okay.
like a sound thing, or is that you saying that every time?
No, that's me.
All right, just want to make
I'm
sure.
mimicking a D&D player from a
Yeah.
a show I watch. Okay, so I rolled 13. Wait, do I roll the hit with him?
I
With
have
the cantrip?
no idea.
With Eldritch Blast, you totally do. It's your spellcasting modifier. 1d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Charisma. Okay, 5. So I roll an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. I roll 1d10 plus 5 because I also have Eldritch Invocation. Ooh, 15.
15 damage.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is a resounding hit. This thing will react with a stagger and a grunt. If you want to tell us about the describe the magic for me.
Well, as I reach out and I point my finger at the beast, you see a sort of crackling of energy emanate from about my wrist and swirl down my finger that's pointing at it in a sort of ray of energy, blasts forward and slams right into its chest.
What color is it?
I'm gonna say green.
Green.
And what's the verbal part?
It just says verbal in the
I
description.
know,
It
but
doesn't-
like,
Oh,
say something.
Eldritch Blast.
Apparently
Every
it
time.
doesn't need a magic word per se. Just have to announce what's happening. And
Ah,
perhaps it
okay.
gives you confidence to say it as you unleash the blast and you smash the thing directly in its front. You know, like you hit it in the chest and it kind of roars and reels back, with its face twisted up in anger and pain from that. Daenerys.
Yes.
Hi.
I. What should I call it? You said I can't use spells still.
Not
In
until you
most
have
cases,
your-
no. Yeah, no. You need your
things.
gadget.
Unless something says it doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
Matt? Come here and help me out.
Wait a minute, I just
I want to
realized
see what I.
So you do have cantrips.
Oh, so that's.
So let's
I can use that anything?
let's look at frost.
So if a spell does not need a material component of any kind,
So this does not need materials. This is
You can go
verbal
ahead and do
and
it.
somatic. So you make a movement, say something.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So it's a verbal thing I can.
yeah, you don't have materials, so you don't need anything in particular to cast it.
Okay.
So this is, they have to roll a Constitution save, and you cast Numbing Frost. Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take 1d6 cold damage,
Okay. Oh,
and they
so
have disadvantage on the next turn.
How do I do that?
Cantrips you can cast as much as you want, so now you just say, I'm going to cast
okay, so she doesn't have to roll her hit or anything. It looks like
Frostbite.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Boom, my frostbite.
what happens if it makes the save?
What happens if it makes a save? It says it also telling me on a failed save.
It probably takes like half d6 or half damage.
Yeah, it on a failed
looks
save
like-
the target takes 1d6. Yeah, he's right. Cold damage.
So okay, but it made the save, so it looks like it just shrugs it off.
That he shrugs it off. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? Okay.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and describe the casting and the effect, bearing in mind that it didn't actually affect the beast.
My spell damage increases by 1d6 when I. Oh no, that's only with the 5th level. Placing cost. The target must take a Constitution save throw. So this is. Okay, the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its turn. Let's see. So it has a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll. Does that answer anything?
Yeah, that's good. So I gets hit with the ice, but it doesn't seem to like it just kind of like frosts its hide a little bit, makes it glisten. That's it. Doesn't seem to
That's it.
penetrate.
Okay.
Hemura. As far as I could tell, you could do verbal somatic without component pouch, I believe.
Okay. I'll totally do it then.
Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Figure out why I can't hear you guys.
Again? What'd you do?
He doesn't like us. He just muted all of us.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm done with this. Bye.
That laptop of his is super sensitive.
No, I switched to AirPods so I can hear the music right now,
Why'd you switch to AirPod?
so that I can get up and get more water. And
Derp.
still hear you guys.
That's a fair point. I'd love to
I
get
could've
water,
got you
but
water.
can you get me some water?
That would take a long time, probably a week if I walked there.
If you
Probably more
walk
than a
there,
week.
it would take.
She will send it directly to your tap.
Yeah,
If you walked here, I think it might take you like over a month.
possibly. Yeah.
I think driving it takes about a week.
Yeah, my mom said it's like it could be 4 days, 4 at the.
If you're driving through the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom was from New Jersey.
So what are we waiting on? Or whom?
Me. Give me a sec. Okay. I need to make macros with stuff. An 18 a hit.
What are you hitting it with?
I am casting. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness.
Okay. 18 will hit it. What happens?
I feel like I can just link this to you. I did it last time. I had it up here in chat. Alright, whatever. I'll just describe it. So I make a ranged spell attack. On hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage. It must make a constitution save. On fail, it is poison.
That's big damage. Oh, it's a first level spell. Oh, okay. Okay.
And oh yeah, plus 3. Actually, do I add the plus 3? My constitution modifier? As a sorcerer?
To the damage?
Yeah.
I don't think you add anything to the damage.
Okay, I didn't think so. Just so negative, so 14?
So 14. Alright, and then I have to make con save?
Yes. Fails.
That looks like a fail. Yes, so it's been poisoned.
And poisoned, so it has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Nice.
Poison till the end of your next turn. Okay. So the green beam hits the creature. It kind of moves its face away from it as if avoiding a bad scent. But you could see like a scowl come over its face, and that green kind of courses through its body for a moment as the plague weakens the thing, and you can see it kind of bending over in pain, trying to deal with that sudden piercing feeling coursing through its flesh. and enraged by these seemingly defenseless heroes blasting it with magic, it lifts its mighty hammer. Somebody runs away.
Goodbye, Common. Oh no, or was that
It's lifting it towards Hamura, who struck it last.
So this is just like, please not me, please not me.
I'm like the furthest one away.
What kind of ACs you got?
It's going to beat my no armor AC. I'm not wearing anything. I'm wearing fucking rags.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Sorcerer doesn't start at armor, huh? And so your rags prove.
Oh wait, guess what? I'm gonna do something.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to cast as a reaction shield. An invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects me. Until the start of my next turn, I have +5 bonus AC.
Dang.
Okay, and you can do that as a reaction.
Yes.
Okay. Will that put you above 14? I imagine.
Yes.
If you have a
That's
dex
the
penalty.
only reason why I didn't mess it up.
So thinking quickly, and this is also a verbal somatic only spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you throw up the shield. The thing lifted the hammer over its head, winding back with a big kind of like overhead swing, and it brings it down, and it smashes upon the barrier, which then becomes visible and cracks, kind of like glass, all through it, but does not break. The demon's eyes heighten in that instance, and it takes a step back, raising the hammer for another swing as your barrier kind of like crumbles and dissipates. But it does not look pleased by this outcome. Moving on to Vincent.
As soon as I see that, I raise my mighty makeshift whatever it is, and I roll a 17, and I'm assuming that hits?
You assume correctly.
I assume correctly. Alright, so I am going to cast Divine Smite. So I'm expending a spell slot to do 2d8 plus the damage for my weapon. And if the target is an undead or a fiend, I get another d8, but you said it wasn't, correct?
It is a fiend.
Oh, it is. Sweet.
It's a demon, a fiend, yeah. But not an undead.
So I think that. So I did 14 with that, and then with my weapon. Dang it! Pressed the wrong thing. So I've done a total of 20 damage to this.
A heavy blow of divine damage. This thing is getting knocked around like it's losing a box.
Can't hear you.
You hit it mightily and channel holy power through your piece of metal scrap, and it reels and it roars like it stumbles away from you from that burst flash of light of the divine energy.
Nice.
Common.
Is it bloodied?
That's not a thing.
Oh, it's not?
That's 4th edition has blood.
Oh, my bad.
We have some technical difficulties here. Matt's mic isn't working.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to fix that.
Oh, you came through there.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
I think we're hearing.
Yeah.
It's crackly, but yeah.
It's crackly and.
How about that?
We're
No.
hearing it through his, or through her computer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not through
Yeah.
his.
Check.
There you go. Now it's
There
through
you go.
yours.
Better.
Got
It's
it?
better. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's see. Spent that whole time just trying to fix the damn headphones.
Do you need him to re-explain?
Well, no, I heard he's getting tossed around like a Scotsman in an Irish fight.
Damn it.
Let's see. I want to do.
I'm going to cast poison spray at him. So, let me roll. Actually, let's see. He must roll a Constitution saving throw.
It fails miserably. It's very sick.
Damn it.
That's a rip.
Where is my D12? Do I not have a D12?
Oh no. Not the D.
I seem to be missing a die. Okay, so I'm going to roll a D10 and a D4, and I'll divide the D4 in half. So 8. 1, so 9. 9 damage. I hold my hand up in front of my face, and I look like I'm about to blow a kiss at him. And a cone of noxious green gas comes out of my palm and surrounds his face.
And it snorts and flails. And let's see the D12 on that.
The what?
The damage?
D12.
That's what I said. It was 9.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay, 9 damages.
9!
It's racking up. It looks to be quite upset. It's actually frowning.
Look at those teeth. That's actually frowning.
It
It smelled itself.
Daenerys?
See if you ever fuck with a
Oh.
stinky tiefling again.
Hold on. I was trying to figure out my other powers. Got a lot of powers. Okay, I'm not gonna use frostbite. Sucked. There we go. So I am going to use Thunder Wave.
Okay.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from me, and I guess each character or creature in 15-foot cube makes a Constitution save throw.
15
Must
foot
make.
cube.
Yeah.
Yep, I think you can do that without
Okay.
blasting anyone else.
So it says a creature would take D28. 2d8, sorry.
Just 1 second, let me have a look at the thing.
So are you saying that he takes 2Ds? Dang.
two Ds and 8 balls.
Must be Brazilian.
God.
So thunder damage apparently is pushed 10 feet away from me. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't punished. So I guess do I have to roll a D or 2d8?
Looks like he just makes
That's-
another con save.
Yeah, he needs to make a Constitution save first.
Oh, okay.
And is that a cantrip or a level spell?
That is a level 1 spell. No.
Yep.
It's a level 1.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
1d8.
So failed save, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage. He did fail. And is pushed 10 feet away from you, which would be
Okay.
towards common and hammer. Okay.
But does he like bash his head or bash his body?
You shot him in the butt. Basically. his large posterior with the force wave of thunder. And so
I thought it was
like,
one of his tits. Oh.
One of his many tats.
well, yes, if you'd like to, as he's kind of like spinning around delirious from being hit every which way from magic, you can hit him in the chest, and the lightning pulses through the muscle, and you can see him kind of jolting as something being electrified would, as he is then shoved the opposite direction by the impact.
Okay. And I scream.
And
"Woohoo!"
additionally, all the rubble that was nearby, it's kind of like it's like a small burst of air. So everything kind of in the vicinity of the thing gets blasted outward as well. So all the little rubble and dust and urns shatter and kind of fly away from that area.
Okay.
Boom.
That's a lot.
And what was the damage on that one? For the 2d8?
Diamond. Hold on, Matt clicked me out of it. God, man.
2d8.
2d8.
Yeah, I was trying to see what level spell it was, so I know what to mark for.
Yeah.
Which level spell was that? First level?
1. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you have 4 slots, so you have 3 slots left.
To use.
Yes.
All right. Now I'm getting it. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to show you. I didn't do it very well, but
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, whose turn is it now?
oh, that's right. Actually, where it says level 1 spells above those, there's actually a button for slots remaining. So you can put that up to 4 and then mark it down 1 for the 3, but we can set those up for you. I forgot to when I made your sheet. Okay, my turn.
I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
think I.
No, it's not
I don't-
my turn.
I don't think I heard the 2d8 yet for the damage on the thunder wave.
You didn't hear the 2d8?
No, yeah. What was the damage on the thunder wave?
The damage on. Hold on.
You gotta roll a 2d8, or you gotta roll 2d8. Either in
Okay, and
roll
then
20 or in
plus
person.
my 2. They're telling me I need to roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 2d8 means you roll 2d8.
Oh. Well, no, I'm talking about this. That part. Oh. Well, that's what I meant.
Change that to a 2.
Derp.
2d8 plus 2. Roll.
Derp. There you go.
Hmm. Why is it +2?
I don't know why Matt put +2.
I don't think it's plus anything. So in
Matt,
that case,
it's
we're looking
not
at.
plus anything.
Okay, well, you guys were saying +2, so I was going by what you said.
All right, it's a
Oh.
7.
All right, so 7Zs.
Yeah.
Another. So it's
Another
not as
fail.
damaging, but it's more impressive because it knocks him forward 10 feet,
Yeah.
blasts everything away from him.
But yeah, my elves and I've been practicing, and like this is bullshit.
Hemura.
Hemora will cast
Hemorrhoid!
an attack spell.
I knew you would say that.
Ha! You activated my trap card! Dark Magician Girl!
13.
That is going to fail to affect the beast.
So Hemura raises his hand, and that's literally all that happens.
I was all, not
His
today.
hand
Where,
glow.
where is
Just snaps
Hemura-
his fingers back and
No,
forth.
no, literally nothing.
Okay.
Hemura, where is he in relation to the demon?
The demon has been shoved 10 feet closer to you and Kama, so it's pretty much right in front of you.
Am I within its smacking range?
You are.
Am I within its smacking range?
I do nothing.
We have Daenerys on the far side, then Vincent, then the beast, then you two, like right in front of it.
Okay.
The fiend regains its footing,
Oh,
and
it's
it
not
looks
prone?
down. No. Like it was stumbling though. It got shoved. But it regains its balance.
It's
looks-
doing a loop-de-loo.
It's clearly bruised. Its skin is discolored. It's snarling. It's drooling, and it looks down at the two undead humans before it. And it holds its hammer, pointing the tip downward, and lifts it up as if it's going to strike the ground. And as it lifts this mace in kind of a slow, dramatic movement, the air distorts, and you can hear kind of a sharp building up of pressure sound as if something is about to happen. And then it brings the hammer down, and there is an explosion which radiates outward. It's going to catch Common, Vincent, and Hemura but you can give me a dexterity saving throw to avoid some of this damage, as there's a huge shockwave of blinding magical force that just explodes outward from the tip of this mace.
16 for me.
It is-
We need help.
It is strong enough that it shatters the nearby pillars of stone from the archways. Rubble
I
goes
remember where I
flying
saw this guy
everywhere.
It's Thor from Endgame.
Not only that, but you can see the ground kind of ripples, the stones crack and upturn a bit, emanating outward from the shockwave. It looks like the field of battle has been significantly weakened around this demon from the impact. So we have 4 and a 5, missing one. Common.
I rolled
What would you?
16.
16. That is a success. So everyone else, let's
Cross your fingers, Hamura.
one moment.
I thought that 5 at first was the damage. I was like, yes!
So it'll be half for our successful saver. Common. Which will be
Half?
taking 6.
Okay.
6, yeah. This is magic force damage if anyone resists something like that. I don't think anyone does.
You know,
Damn.
I have resistance to fire, but
No, it's not fire.
where's my HP?
Do I have resistance?
There it is.
I think I do.
I don't think anyone does. I was just kind of throwing it out there.
Resistance to what?
Just just like generic force damage. It's like the same as a magic missile would do.
Okay. Hamura, are you dead?
No.
Okay. Alright.
So massive shockwave from the hammer. Floor has been weakened. The archways on the right side, where the two dudes are at, have been shattered. Debris and dust, but it dissipates quickly. It's not going to affect anything. Just for a dramatic effect. Vincent.
Well, that was not successful. I can tell you
That was
that
an
much.
attack, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
You hit it with your metal bar, but it just kind of thwoink. You just hit it in the fat. Doesn't seem to have any effect at all.
As I hit it, I just kind of smile and chuckle at him, realizing that I've done nothing. Kind of like,
Come on, chameleon.
sing it.
Well, I suppose I'm going to blow another cloud of poison in his face.
Very well. Blow away.
So, Constitution saving throw.
A failure.
Woohoo!
Sex.
6 damages? Okay.
See,
So
right?
it leans on its staff, it coughs in its deep guttural voice. It almost looks like it might pass out. Moving on.
I wish I had a bonus action. I just poke him.
Right?
I think I
Daenerys.
statted this guy wrong, honestly.
Sneeze on him, Daenerys. Put him to sleep. Achoo.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh shit! Sorry. I'm sorry. I blinked out for a minute because my medicine's kicking in. Jesus.
Hey, I'll take some of that meds. Wait, what?
I know, right?
Sir. So I have a. I can use it. So how weak is this creature?
It's breathing heavily. Its expression is clearly one of anguish. There is cuts in its flesh now, and you
Yeah.
can see thick demon blood kind of dribbling out down its fat rolls.
Okay. That actually is a good thing to know. See. And on the floor in the room that we are, what is the floor?
Stone.
So
But
we're still stone.
kind of like in a big 25-foot radius around this thing.
Okay.
It is crumbled and cracked.
Yeah, of course. Uh-huh. See.
Alexa,
That's just been
to 25%. That's better.
You're using that spell?
What?
I got something about pass without a trace.
No, I was reading it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, I can.
It actually requires a material component on that. So you
Okay.
could.
So yeah, it's not highlighted on my end now. So let's see what Misty. I'm just checking out Misty's deep or step. Is that doable?
There's a checkbox next to the M.
No.
Okay.
No component. Okay, so that means I'm good to use it.
Yep. Is this
level 2?
Up to 30
It
feet.
says conjuration too, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Actually, yeah. Well, so I can't. I mean, that would just be stupid, anyways.
If you use your cantrip,
I
you
can,
don't use
I
spells.
can, but I can produce a flame, and that doesn't take any components, and it lasts about 10 minutes.
Does
and
it do
it's
good?
1d8.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Light a fire under his arse.
I light a flame from my palm, and I take a minute to generate it to make it a large flame because I can control the size of the flame. And I just scream fire, and the fire goes towards him. So
Don't you mean
Dracarys.
Dracarys? Yeah.
Dracarys. Yeah, fuck it, Dracarys.
It's so fitting.
Dracarys. And then fucking do I roll?
Yeah, you have to roll the hit on this one.
Okay. And it's 1d8.
You
That's
have to
for the
roll the
damage. You have to
hit
roll a
first.
d20 to see if you hit it.
D20, honey, I know, but there's a number. Well, come here.
Okay.
Again. Look at what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You would do 1 d20.
Last time you had 2.
That's because it was 2d8 for damage.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. Roll.
Boom.
That's a hit.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
The damage is 1d8.
Okay.
And it says, let's see, at the end. Yeah, it just takes 1d8 fire damage.
Okay, so roll me a d8.
Okay.
Maximum.
Damn.
So the flame shoots out of your hand,
Okay.
peppers this thing with little little firecracker bolts.
Fucking A.
You can feel that the magic is strong when you unleash this.
Yeah.
But the demon does not seem as phased as he should be, you think?
Yes, it's because I'm still working to perfect Dracarys.
Yes.
The spelling.
It could be that. Or perhaps
Yeah.
to someone perceptive, they might think perhaps the demon is resistant to such flame.
To fire.
Hmm.
Okay.
What level spell was this?
That was a cantrip.
Oh, perfect.
Well, fuck that.
I'm keeping track of her spell slots because actually on the iPad it doesn't have the area to keep track of spell slots.
Moving on to Hamura.
Yor will be rolling another attack. Stuff. Alright.
And what were you trying to do there?
Trying to cast Ray of Sickness.
Ah, so the sickly green comes and goes as the beam fails to connect with the monster.
That's a rip.
It harmlessly poisons the stone. The stone seems unfazed. Will that be all?
Yeah. Yeah. Sad. I'm done.
The lumbering demon, breathing hard, raises its hammer once more. And, spinning unexpectedly,
God
tries
damn
to
it.
swipe it around to club Vincent from the side.
Does not hit.
Does not hit, or hits but
Hell
not
yeah.
enough to penetrate the armor. Either way, the hammer impacts the ground. You leap away from the point of impact, and you see the cracks deep in here. You feel that this is a bad thing. As you feel kind of there's like a tremor underneath you, underneath your feet there, Vincent, where the hammer impacts. You're up.
The tremor, how far does it seem to be reverberating through the entire room, or is it just like literally on that one spot? Like what's
It's like 5 feet around where the hammer impacted because it's quite large and heavy.
okay. Nice.
That's a hit.
I'll take it.
Good job.
I think this thing is gonna die, so I'm gonna just. Eh, 5. I'll take it. So as the beast still has its hammer on the ground, I'm going to run, take a step off it, and then I'm going to swipe it from the side as I purposely kind of jump past him to avoid the tremors. So I'm gonna nick its arm and then land behind where it used to be. Because I definitely want
You
to.
jab your metal rod into its arm. It penetrates the flesh. The thing reels back in pain, and it trips, and it hits its head on the hammer. And goes still with a heavy, last, loud exhale.
How Harry Potter like.
Sweet.
You can now pause the music.
Oh, bogey.
Has ended. And so it goes still. And as you perhaps take a moment to catch your breath, not long after that, the form of the demon begins to shimmer and waver like water before it dissipates entirely, dissolving into this glittering white essence. The essence becomes invisible, but you can feel a rush as just before it faded away, you saw particles of this stuff floating towards all of you, and you can
Okay.
feel it. You can feel the invisible something penetrate your body, and you gasp as it's taken in some kind of energy, a rush of raw power. You feel it. You feel strong, as if you've absorbed the might of this beast.
I absorbed the D.
Oh
You know,
my.
guys, I've always heard that when a creature dies, the last thing it does is release its bowels. It's got a mighty head.
Are you saying that we just got a BM?
There it is. There's that word.
Balloons fall from the ceiling.
What?
Nothing remains of the creature except for the hammer.
I approached the hammer and, what size is it?
It
Pretty
is
freaking massive.
big.
Very large.
It's very big and very heavy, as it is made out of solid rock.
Oh,
and like dense rock, like diorite, something like that.
Am I able to pick it
Never
up?
mind.
Yes, you are able to pick it up since it's strong.
Is it viable for an actual weapon, or would this just be a burden more than anything else?
It is unusually heavy. Say it's twice its weight, but it counts as a great club, and it is remarkably durable.
I pick it up. It's mine now.
All right, Mr. Universe, got a new club.
So what do I? So what is it? Like a 1D what?
I think it's
a great
2d6. Yeah, it's
So-
a great club. I think it's 2d6 for that.
2D6? Nice.
Do we get anything from killing the? Like, do you want us to put any numbers in for?
Oh yes, you may each have 1,000.
1d8 for the Great Club.
Meaning experience.
1D8?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant a maul. It's a maul. That's what they
Oh.
call it, right? The martial weapon version. I think it's called a
Is it
maul.
a Great Maul or a Maul?
Great maul. One or the other, but it's a martial weapon.
Okay, I think I have a +4 for that.
It's definitely a strength weapon.
Yeah, and guess who's good at strength?
Yes, 2d6 for a Maul.
Vincent the Strong is good at. Oh, oops. There we go. Vincent the Strong
Vincent
is
with the muscles that are boof.
right. Sorry, what'd you say for XP?
1,000.
And
Oh, we got XP. Okay.
where do we put the XP?
Top
Probably
right.
somewhere at the top.
On your core, yeah, right now we're at 900.
Oh, oops, I was on the
Being
wrong
level.
page. All right. And I'm guessing we didn't get any for the hollows we killed earlier.
They were inconsequential.
Okay. At this time, I would like to do lay on hands for me and Hamura. And I would like to give him 5 HP, and then I'll give myself 10 HP.
I will try to resist that.
Okay. Damn, bitch.
He lays his hand upon your undead flesh. You feel holy positive energy surging forth, and it burns, and so you reflexively pull away. But yeah, roll me a resistance.
Okay.
Does this? Can you even use this to hurt?
I mean,
To
like,
hurt? No, this is
doesn't it have to be on a willing creature?
PH.
PH.
As an action, you can touch a creature. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't say anything else.
Well, you sense that it's not good, so you pull away.
So I pull away.
Okay.
It does nothing. To me.
All right, then I'll just look at him, shrug, and then give it back to myself.
And you're laying on hands yourself?
Yeah, I mean, can I do that? Just literally put my hand on my own hand and
Let me see here.
Regen? I mean, I thought that's how it worked. If not, my bad.
No effect on undead. It does nothing.
Fuck.
That's weird because usually with undead, healing spells actually do damage.
Well, that's from older editions. I think you can still use Cure Light Wounds that way, but this specifically says no effect on undead.
Gotcha.
So, with like perhaps a cocky smirk, you lay your hands upon yourself and go, you know, like clear, but it doesn't do it. You just the expected reinvigoration does not happen.
All
And
right,
so you gather yourselves, standing in the ruined hall, further ruined by this battle. Perhaps you.
I would like to investigate the crushed area to see if I could maybe see through some of the cracks, if there's a chamber below.
The floor is still intact. You cannot see any cracks, But if you poke around a bit, you do suspect that there is a sublevel perhaps beneath this floor. However, this battle has been taxing, and this strange rush and fighting a thing that you have never seen before, a mighty and strong thing, you perhaps need a bit of relaxation. And as that thought comes to
agree.
you,
Yeah,
you
right.
turn,
I'm fucking hungry.
you turn to look back the way you came, and that faint chiming of the bonfire becomes louder in your mind as you stare at it. And you remember the comfort it brings. And so, perhaps without really thinking about it, as if guided by an unseen hand, you gather back around this bonfire.
Anyone have marshmallows?
The fire produces no real flame.
So wait, this is outside? We're outside now?
You're
Yeah,
back
we
in the
went back out
courtyard.
the big ass wooden
Yeah,
doors.
oh, the courtyard. Yeah, yeah.
And so you're all sitting there together, and perhaps it is a good time to share some thoughts or some talk as we bring this session to a close within the next few minutes. So at the end, I like doing this thing known as the soliloquy. It is a minute or so for you to reflect. You can talk about your character or in character. You can talk to someone, to yourself. It's like an aside in a play, right?
Well,
Yes,
it's
You're
like the end of
sharing.
each chapter in Red Dead Redemption 2.
You're
Right.
sharing some of your character's thoughts, maybe a bit of their backstory if you feel like it.
Yeah.
You know? So let's start that off with Himura if you feel comfortable.
Yeah, sure, what else? Alright. So, Hamir is now, we're all sitting around this flame I'm gathering?
Yes.
Hamir is staring at this very comforting flame, surrounded by other undead, looking just as gross as he. And he feels comforted by their presence. They just defeated an aberration that he's never seen the likes of before. But instead of feeling scared about what he might find outside of this prison after the years in here and the neglect, he's excited to go forth and get out of this little prison. What else is there?
You can talk to someone if you like.
Um,
You can share a tidbit of your past. Perhaps what's on your mind? A goal?
yeah, I could totally do that. I'm gonna pull up the character names again. All right. Daenerys, I noticed you casted fire spell early. It's quite intriguing. Where'd you learn this?
I learned this from a mentor. My mentor and I were together, and she had taught me tons of spells. And I was barely training with her for only a year. So, yes, she was a druid named Elzra. So, yeah, I haven't perfected it many of my other spells, but I feel like I'm beginning to sense what I need to do. Okay, Mr. Loud with your sound.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that was coming through.
You were scraping
It was really
against
loud.
it.
Oh, I guess my built-in mic is still active. I was just rubbing some shit off my screen. Sorry, guys. Go ahead. No more scratching.
So anyway, I am still grieving the loss of my mentor, and I think in time, as we go back.
You're cutting in now.
I was gonna ask if that was for anyone else or just me.
Oh,
Oh. Try now.
I forgot what I said. So anyway, let's pass this over to our goat-like friend. Where are you from? Why are you so unintelligent?
Well, that's just a little bit offensive.
Good.
Right. Well, I was born in the Great Swamp to a couple of pyromancers. Um, Unfortunately, our home was invaded by Dragonborn when I was about 7. Murdered my parents. Ended up traveling with him because he took pity on me, I guess. I was, a little boy crying in the cupboard. And he pretty much taught me everything I know.
Yeah.
So I guess I should be thankful. He was the last person I saw before I woke up in this damned dead place.
You too are from the Great Swamp, as am I.
Oh, interesting. Which side? Did you know Rick?
I'm not from the Great Swamp. I'm
There is
from
no
far
Rick
away.
around me.
You think I am too.
Oh, I thought he said
He said
we
you
are.
two are, but meaning me also.
Derp, derp, sorry.
At least I think that's what you're saying. Don't let
Yes,
me
that was
correct
correct. That was correct.
you.
You presume correctly.
Okay.
But no, I do not know any Rick.
That's too bad, Morty.
God damn it.
Clearly,
So,
the
let's
lack
see.
of sleep has affected this strange man.
Well, they also told me as I was growing up that I might have had this thing called Asperger's. I guess I'm not good at social cues and knowing what's appropriate, but that's neither here nor there. So, Vincent, what's your story?
As this has been going on, there's a necklace around Vincent's neck, and I fiddle with it, just kind of muttering to myself a little bit, just a small prayer. But as this question is turned to me, I trained under Master Percival in the forests, and he taught me and my sister how to survive and pray to the goddess Guinevere. He taught me everything I know until he was killed by wolves, and I was as well before I was brought here.
Ouch.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yep. But no, all my strength comes from the forest and just admiring nature and praising my queen, Guinevere. Everything I do is for her and in honor of my mentor, Master Percival.
I also worship Guinevere.
Really? Nice.
Yes.
You guys don't even say nothing nice about King Arthur?
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you?
I
What
don't
story is
either.
this from?
Who's Arthur? I don't
Yeah.
understand this
It's
world.
alright. I haven't slept in a month and a half.
So you just spout random names when you don't sleep?
I
Well,
think
that's not
You
what
can
the
see
voice is
into the
still.
future.
Or the past, depending on what you're looking
Yeah.
at. Hamora, who do you follow?
I follow whatever nature brings. The strongest survive, the weak die, as well. You found out in the forest.
After he says that, I just start flexing my muscles a little bit. I'm just like, oh yeah? I guess I'm one of the strong
You're
ones,
here
huh?
now. Yeah, you did make it. But that's good that we all here are in touch with nature.
Aye.
Aye, indeed.
Yes.
I
agree.
myself worship the Witch of Izalith, who actually created pyromancy, so it's kind of a family tradition.
Just lights a forest on fire. Ah, whatever.
Well, I haven't done that in a long time. I tell you, I've learned my lesson.
Well, don't do that around me, because the forest is beautiful and meant to be preserved.
All right, you druid.
Did you miss it when they called me a warrior?
Apparently, insults are lost on this one.
My intelligence isn't that high either, so.
All right. Yeah, I'll give you a high five.
I miss.
My dex is low.
The camera slowly begins to pan away. The four heroes gathered around the bonfire, who enjoy the perhaps long-missed camaraderie, this bit of cheerful humanity between them.
All right, who brought the scotch?
Yay. I think
Moving
that's
away.
fermented pee.
Far away from this place, somewhere else, perched upon a wall, is a large, some kind of feline creature with silver fur. Its eyes are wide, with slits, as narrow as cat eyes would be, focused on something. It seems to be staring at nothing, but perhaps it sees more than it is looking upon. Perhaps it is looking upon those who dedicate themselves to the ways of nature. The cat purrs happily to itself as its unusually wide mouth fills up into a grin.
Why?
It's to no one in particular.
Didn't I read of this character in a book?
Some new hearts of the forest do I see. Perhaps they shall visit soon. Preparations must be made in this age. Time will tell. And that is the end of today's
And that was
session.
sort of meta, right? Like our characters didn't.
Yeah, you have no
know
idea
that.
what that was about.
No, what I'm saying is the characters didn't know that the
Yeah,
cat
no.
was there.
That
That
was
was just